After almost 3 years of anticipation, The Sandman is back, and this time, it's the final ride. Based on Neil Gaiman's beloved DC Comics series, The Sandman Season 2 promises cosmic drama, intense emotional reckonings, mythological crossovers, and the conclusion of Dream's extraordinary journey. With the first season setting a high bar for dark fantasy storytelling, fans are eager to see how it all ends. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. If you've been following Morpheus, the King of Dreams, and his journey to rebuild his realm, you'll know that The Sandman is unlike anything else on television, with stunning visuals, deep emotional storytelling, and a philosophical dive into the nature of dreams, reality, and identity. The series stands apart as one of Netflix's most ambitious projects, and now Season 2 is gearing up to deliver everything fans love, and much more. Let's break down everything we know so far about The Sandman Season 2, from the storylines and cast to themes, new characters, settings, and release dates.
It's me.
It has been centuries since we were all together.
Where we left off, a recap of Season 1. Season 1 introduced us to Morpheus, played by Tom Sturridge, the anthropomorphic personification of dreams. After being imprisoned for over a century, Dream escaped and set out to rebuild his shattered realm, the Dreaming. Along the way, he confronted rogue nightmares, family drama, and deeply personal losses. By the season finale, Dream had destroyed the Corinthian, a nightmare gone rogue, and helped prevent a dream vortex from unraveling his entire realm. He also made peace, though not without tension, with his former muse and estranged partner Calliope, especially over the loss of their son, Orpheus. Meanwhile, in Hell, Lucifer and Mazikeen were quietly plotting their revenge against Dream. All of these threads now converge as Season 2 picks up the narrative, only weeks after the events of Season 1, pushing Dream into new realms, deeper conflicts, and the final stretch of his cosmic journey.
It'll be interesting to find out why you've called us here. Perhaps for you more than...
What's Season 2 about? Season 2 will delve into Dream's struggle to let go of the past. He's focused on restoring his realm, with visible changes already taking shape, including a remodeled palace that reflects his inner desire to evolve. But personal growth doesn't come easy, especially when you're one of the endless. Although Dream wants to move forward, the ghosts of his past, both literal and metaphorical, aren't letting go. Old enemies rise again, family tensions escalate, and the impact of Dream's past decisions begins to ripple across the realms. Lucifer's revenge, the unresolved pain of losing Orpheus, and tensions with his siblings will all come to the forefront. Most importantly, Dream will be forced to confront the very emotions he has spent eons denying: his arrogance, ignorance, and the feelings he claims not to have. In doing so, the story arcs toward a final reckoning that is as philosophical as it is emotional.
It is I, Destiny of the Endless, who calls you.
The Endless, the immortal heart of the show. A cornerstone of the Sandman universe is the family known as the Endless, 7 siblings who embody universal forces: destiny, death, dream, desire, despair, delirium, and the mysterious prodigal. While they're eternal, this season emphasizes a crucial truth: change comes even to those who are supposed to be immutable. Dream's resistance to change is the core conflict of the show, but as his journey continues, we'll see how each member of the Endless grapples with their own identities. Death remains compassionate yet resolute, desire is as scheming as ever, and despair struggles in the shadow of her twin. This season also brings new family dynamics into play, with the long-awaited arrival of delirium, destiny, and the elusive prodigal. Meet the new Endless fans. Have been eagerly awaiting Delirium, the youngest of the Endless, and she's finally here. Portrayed by Esme Creed Miles, Delirium is chaotic, whimsical, and heartbreakingly wise. She brings a unique energy to the series, embodying a blend of madness and clarity that only she can deliver. Adrian Lester joins the cast as Destiny, the all-knowing stoic sibling whose book of fate contains the story of everyone and everything. Barry Sloane appears as the Prodigal, Dream's long-absent brother, whose return is bound to stir unresolved emotions. This trio rounds out the entire Endless family on screen for the first time. New realms and mythologies. Let's talk about where we're headed in Season 2. All right, The the Sandman. Season 2 isn't just giving us more Dream, it's taking us on a full-blown mythological and historical road trip. First up, we're heading straight into the underworld. Yep, the realm of Hades and Persephone. Expect some deep, haunting vibes down there, and probably a few emotional gut punches too. Then, we're off to the fairy courts, where politics, magic, and trickery go hand in hand. Think regal elegance mixed with dangerous games. From there, we're diving into ancient Greece, where Dream will finally confront one of the biggest heartbreaks of his immortal life, the story of Orpheus, his son. Yeah, that's going to be heavy. And it doesn't stop. We also revisit Elizabethan England, where we'll see the return of some old literary friends like William Shakespeare. Because what's the Sandman without a little theatrical drama? Oh, and buckle up for the French Revolution. It's bold, bloody, and absolutely bursting with emotion. Every one of these places isn't just there to look cool. They tie directly into Dream's journey. They're mirrors, challenges, and sometimes harsh truths. Gods, fairies, and monsters. The new faces of Season 2. Now let's talk characters. And wow, Season 2 is stacked with newcomers that fans of the comics are going to lose their minds over. First up, we've got Ruairi O'Connor playing Orpheus, Dream and Calliope's son. His story is heartbreaking, intense, and it's going to play a massive role in how Dream evolves this season. Then, get this, we're bringing in the Norse gods. Clive Russell as Odin, Lawrence O'Fuarain as Thor, and Freddie Fox as Loki. These aren't your Marvel versions. These are gritty, complex, and myth-accurate interpretations. And they're stepping right into the Sandman universe. We're also getting a dose of fairy mischief with Anne Skelly as Nuala and Douglas Booth as Cluratan. These two are royal diplomats from the fairy realm. And trust me, there's a lot more going on behind their sparkly exteriors. Then there's Jack Gleeson. Yes, Game of Thrones' King Joffrey, coming in as Puck, a hobgoblin with bad intentions and chaotic energy. Mischievous? Absolutely. Dangerous? Even more so. And one of the coolest additions, India Moore as Wanda, a professional driver and security agent who brings some much-needed human grounding to this cosmic madness. Wanda's already a fan favorite from the comics, and it's exciting to see her brought to life. Last but not least, we've got Steve Coogan voicing Barnabas, a literal talking dog, and a wise, loyal one at that. He's the companion to the prodigal brother, and he adds both heart and humor to the story. Every one of these new characters has depth, purpose, and baggage. They're not just set dressing. They're integral to where Dream is headed and what he has to face.
Endless who calls you. Brother Dream.
When's the Sandman Season 2 dropping? So here's the good news. The Sandman Season 2 is coming sooner than you think, and Netflix is doing something a little different this time. They're splitting the season into 2 volumes, which honestly is kind of perfect for a show this epic. Volume 1 drops on July 3rd, 2025, and it's coming in hot with 6 new episodes. Then, just a few weeks later, not a year, not 6 months, we're getting Volume 2 on July 24th, with 5 more episodes to wrap everything up. It's a quick back-to-back release, which is great because you don't have to wait forever to get closure, but it also gives you just enough time between volumes to process all the mind-blowing stuff that's definitely going to go down. So yeah, mark your calendars, rewatch Season 1 if you haven't lately, and get ready, because July is officially Dream Month.
Are you giving me nightmares now?
Why Season 2 is the final season. While fans may have hoped for more, showrunner Alan Heinberg confirmed that The Sandman was always meant to be a 2-season story focused on Dream. When reviewing the remaining material from the comics, the creators realized they had just enough content for 1 more season. This decision was made before the controversies surrounding Neil Gaiman surfaced, and the creative team has insisted that the finale was already planned and locked in by mid-2023.
A king will forsake his kingdom.
Our Nerdy Thought Season 2 of The Sandman is set to be a powerful, emotional, and visually spectacular farewell. It's not just the end of Dream's story. It's a meditation on change, grief, love, and responsibility. With its rich mythology, complex characters, and philosophical weight, this final season is shaping up to be an unforgettable conclusion. Whether you're a longtime fan of the comics, or came into the world of The Sandman through the show, Season 2 promises to deliver closure, catharsis, and a cosmic ride unlike any other. So mark your calendars. July 3rd, 2025, the dream continues and ends. What part of Season 2 are you most excited about? Delirium's debut, the return to Fairy, or Dream's final showdown with Lucifer? Drop your thoughts below.